Hi guys, just wanted to shoot you guys a quick video. I've had a lot of questions from new coaches and they're great questions, but instead of answering everybody's individually, I just thought it'd be easier to post a video and share this with the team. So I've been getting a lot of questions because we have a lot of new coaches who are go-getters, and what I mean by a go-getter is they're wanting to hit Success Club 5. They're doing all the right things and they're wanting to build a team. So instead of just stopping at Success Club, which is a great goal, they're taking that next step further and wanting to build their team. So there's a lot of other variables that come with building your team versus just building your customer business versus your coaching business is how I kind of look at it. And in the new coach training, we do a lot of focus on building your customer business, inviting to challenge groups, inviting to sharing and posting on Facebook and learning the back office and the team calls and things like that. But there's a whole nother side of your business called, what I like to call it, the coaching side, which means your team and your team of coaches and how to help them. So I'm gonna go over some steps and kind of a system that I use that I want you guys to start implementing as new coaches, or if you're a leader, using this with your new coaches as well. So the first thing that I want new coaches to do when they start wanting to build their team is I want to make sure you have a list of 100. So when you sign up as a coach and when you get your welcome email, this is one of the first things that I have my new coaches do. So this is important because you're going to work from that list. So the next thing you're going to do, you're going to look at your list of 100 people and you're going to highlight the top people you think would make a great coach. The next thing you're going to do after you've written your list, highlight your top people you think would make a great coach. Maybe you have a friend who's into fitness. Maybe you go to fitness classes with somebody. Maybe you know a fitness instructor. Maybe you have a friend that's into running, or maybe you have a stay-at-home mom friend that has been saying she's looking for extra income, or maybe it's just a good friend and you want to take along this journey with because you've seen that change inside yourself and you know that they could benefit from it as well. So there's so many reasons that people would make a great coach. So when you're looking through your list, don't just discount people. If you have that strong connection and you'd want to go have coffee with them or have a day with them, they might make a great coach on your team because you get along with them. So the next step is to look up the next coach opportunity with your upline. So for us, right now, that's going to be Monday. We're going to have a coach opportunity live backstage event on Monday, and we'll get everyone plugged in there. It'll be an hour and it'll be rapid fire questions, tons of videos, tips and tools. So that would be the opportunity. So now that you have your list, you have your top 5, you have the opportunity, now is when you invite the friends that you highlighted in your list, or people who have reached out to you asking, what are you doing? What is this whole thing about? So that's what you're gonna do, and you're gonna send them a message. You're gonna say, hey, I know you're interested in what I'm doing. I just wanted to let you know my upline is hosting a live backstage event to go over exactly what it is I do, how we do what we do, and how you can get started too, and it's going to answer so many questions. It's totally free, no strings attached. There's going to be some cool prizes given throughout the hour for those who participate, or you can choose to be part of the event but be a fly on the wall. It's totally up to you, but I just wanted to see if this was something you had ever considered, or do you think this is something you'd like to learn more about, or I think you'd make a really good coach and this is why. So extending that invitation. And one of the big questions that I get is, well, you're not I'm not the one running the event. How do I explain that to them? I would just say, I'm a new coach. I'm still learning. I'm still learning this process and building my business. So my upline has, invited me to come along with her trainings and her events so that you can learn and be a part of this community with me. Or to say, we're a big team, so we usually do everything together, so my upline is running it, and to be honest, it's actually Meg who's forefronting this big event, so it's my upline, and I just say our team. You don't have to say upline, you can say my team is hosting, and that gives them a really cool community feel right off the bat, and that's awesome. So once they say yes, I would love to be a part of that event or a coach sneak peek, or yes, I would love to be able to listen to that call. You're going to plug them into that opportunity. So you're going to add them into that group, you're going to add them into that event, and you're going to make sure yourself is added to that event or sneak peek. because it's your job, once you're in that with them, to follow up with them, to engage with them, to answer their questions, to like their stuff, or to make sure you're present in there. Don't just plug them in your uplines group and then leave and hope they're magically gonna enroll with you, because they came to you, you're connecting with them. This is just the opportunity for them to learn more about coaching, but you still have to cultivate and build that trust and that relationship with them. So what that means is connecting with them at, if it's a sneak peek, connecting with them during those 4 days. Don't just plug them in there and then follow up with them on Friday. Connect with them on Monday. Say, hey, do you see the group? Connect with them on Wednesday. Hey, how's the group going? Are you enjoying it? Do you like it? Do you have any specific questions that we haven't discussed yet? Or, what are your thoughts, hesitations? How are you feeling? Get talking with them. That way on Friday, when we do like the call to action, they're already feeling like, I got a lot of my questions answered, my fears and my hesitations have been addressed, and you've got that relationship with them. So being engaging during the event or the opportunity. Once it's over, making sure you're following up with them kind of in the same way. Hey, what did you think? Do you have any questions? Are you going to sign up? You don't have to maybe ask it that bluntly, but are you thinking about joining our team? Or if they say no, ask them why. Don't hesitate to ask why, because that's your opportunity to provide them with more feedback. Well, I just don't have the time. Oh, well, did you see the video on how, it's only an hour and what we do? Did you see the to-do list that we do? Do you think you could fit that in, in a half an hour into your day? And talk to them about that, and talk to them about how you fit into your schedule. Maybe it's about, sharing on social media, and we train them. We'll go through that. We'll do steps, and everyone's on their own journey. So asking why is a really powerful way to really address their fears and hesitations one step further. So let's say they enroll. What do you do next? Number one is, if you're going for Emerald, make sure that you've talked to your upline about left leg and right leg placement. You need an active right and an active left to be Emerald. Once you accomplish that, if you're beyond Emerald, again, talk to your upline, but generally you're gonna go every other to help you build a solid diamond. So you're gonna enroll, make sure they're on the leg that you need and that you intended to by going to My Business, My Preferred Placement, and changing your leg. So that's what you're gonna do next. The next thing you're gonna do is you're gonna send them a welcome email. Just like your upline sent you, just go ahead and copy and paste it, individualize it. If you make sure you read through it. I like to read through, and if we've already talked about things, I take certain things out, or I talk to them about their fears and hesitations at certain points. So make sure you're customizing it, but in the general, you can copy and paste the email that your upline sent you. Add them to the group. So you're gonna add them to the Fabulously Fit page. You can add them to Team Fit Addicted. And if you want to, you can create your own team page. I started creating mine pretty early. I think I was a coach for 3 or 4 months. But it was just a really good way to just kind of create that team environment. And so I was posting I was posting little stuff, but it still got them knowing that I was serious and I was gonna show up for them. So even if no one's responding right away because they're plugged into the bigger teams, that's okay. What they need to know is that you're there, you're serious, and there's a safe place for them to ask you direct questions and to start building that team community. So if you have 3 or 4 coaches, I recommend opening a team page. Now this doesn't mean you have to run and make a huge team name and you have to decide that right now. You can change the group name to, you can change it to, Brittany Wright's team, or Beachbody team, or whatever you're comfortable with right now. And then once you do figure out what your team encompasses and what your team means and what this journey means to you, you can make your team name, and you can always change the group name. That's totally fine. So you don't have to stress about that yet, but feel free to get a team page. You can put documents, you can put links, you can put videos, you can put your stuff and what's working for you. So once they're plugged into all the team pages, what the next thing you're gonna do is make sure you know when the next new coach training is. Now, if you are a brand new coach, if you're an Emerald coach or not quite Diamond, you can plug your new coaches into your Diamond or Star Diamond uplines new coach training. I recommend that. That way they're in a bigger community of new coaches and they're not going it by themselves solo or just with one person. When we get a bigger group, we usually see more participation. So jump them in there, and that's a great opportunity for you to learn. Now this is very similar to the coaching opportunities. I don't want you to plug in your new coaches and then leave. Like, that doesn't help me and that doesn't help them. They're not my personally sponsored. And I of course will help them and I will train them and I will encourage them and I will answer their questions, but they need to see you. You need to connect with them, because I don't know why they got started. I don't know that relationship. I don't know their fears and hesitations. I don't have that connection with them. You do. So it's very important that once you plug them into your Upline's new coach training, you stay connected and you're in there and you're checking back in there each night. So I'll take care of the posting and I'll take care of that, but I need you to be their upline coach and you to be their mentor, and just make sure you're checking in on them. So that's the next step. For introductions, I've gotten this question too. For introductions, in the new coach checklist that I send my new coaches, I send them a template for their coming out post for being a new coach. So typically, I do not do an introduction on my personal page. I do an introduction in our Team Fabulously Fit page, tell a little bit about them, introduce them so that everyone can make them feel warm and welcome, and we create that safe environment for them. But that's totally up to you. If you want to do a shout out on your personal page or your like page for all your new coaches, that's totally fine. I've seen coaches, and I've done this in the past, is at the end of the month, I introduce and congratulate all the new coaches who joined the team. So you do one big one instead of individual ones. It's totally up to you and what you want to do and how you want to run your team. But definitely make sure you introduce them into the Fabulously Fit page so that we can welcome them and make sure that they feel welcome. And then the last question that I've been getting a lot of is, when do I run my own sneak peeks? Because there's a template, so can I do that by myself? Absolutely. If you are comfortable with running a sneak peek by yourself, feel free to do that. That's totally fine. You have the template. You don't have to wait for me. It's something you can do, and feel free to use my videos that are in there. Don't feel like you have to create everything. When we first started doing sneak peeks, it just wasn't on my timetable to create videos for them real fast. So I continued to use Meg's and the other coaches that were in there, and it worked really well. I put them on my to-do list, I got them done, I've plugged them in, so now they see my face in that sneak peek as well. So it's totally up to you. Feel free to run them if you want. Team up if you have a success partner and run them together. So if there's 2 or 3 of you that want to run one, that's another great idea too. You don't have to do things by yourself. Post in the Team Fabulously Fit page, say, hey, I was thinking about running a sneak peek on X date. Does anybody want to join me and run that with me? And you can break up and you can each take some posts. That's a great opportunity to work together and build that team, and again, have more people in one group, so that you're not just working with a few people, you're working with maybe 10 or 12 versus 3 to 4. That's also another really good, helpful tip. Same thing with your new coach trainings. Once you get to Diamond, or once you feel comfortable running new coach trainings, don't feel like you have to do it alone. Grab a success partner, grab somebody on the team. If you don't have a success partner yet and you want one, this is when they're vital. This is when they help, because you break up that work that you both would be doing separately, and you can share that excitement and share that experience and meet new people and feel connected. So I highly recommend running a sneak peek or a new coach training with a success partner. That's how I got my business started, and I still have a success partner. They've shifted a little bit, but my success partner right now, it just kind of happened, and we're just pushing each other, and we're just motivating each other, and we're holding each other accountable. She texts me every single day at 5:30 to say, are you up? And I love her for that. So finding a success partner is a great tool for these kind of situations, for challenge groups, clean eating groups, things like that. Feel free to grab one. If you want one and you don't have one, comment below and maybe we can play some matchmaker again. But I hope this video was helpful as far as steps and what to do, and from starting and getting, I don't want to say getting coaches, but attracting coaches to your team, enrolling coaches, and what to do with them afterward. So if you have a question specifically about this topic, post it below this video and I will answer as soon as I can. But I thank you for listening, and I hope this was helpful for you guys. We'll talk to you soon.